All right, all right, all right. Hola, hola, mi gente. Hello, Lily. You look marvelous.
Thank you.
You okay, no say?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you, Quentin.
Okay,
Quentin
okay.
coming right out the gate like I'm about to
Thank you.
go and pay my girl.
Okay, thank you so much for the super sticker early. Beautiful panel, beautiful chat. Hold us down. If you want to support the show, do a Quentin then. Send a super sticker or a cash app to On the Block with Jen. Help us keep the street lights on, or you can super chat. Panel, I literally 2 seconds ago ran over this story. It hasn't picked up legs yet, but I thought it was really interesting to bring to the block because we've seen it before a lot. I just saw this on my timelines. Halle Bailey incites her fans to bully a pregnant salon owner. That sounds like a lot, right? But I do have the video, so you guys can see it. Now, the video is not short. This video is a few minutes long, but it has both sides. It has the story of Halle Bailey. She's saying her side, and then the salon owner is saying her side, and I thought it was important before we judge, before we dissect, that we hear both sides. Okay, it's important we hear both sides because we hear something that's like, who was mean to the mermaid, right? It's a knee jerk, right? And then if you're on if you're the type that sways towards the business owner, you were like, well, bitch, what kind of customer were you, right? So I want to dissect it, but I want us to look at both sides of the story. And that's why I think it's important that we watch this video in its entirety. Hopefully, Facebook won't kill us with the fucking ads because now Facebook is running ads in between videos and I had to skip a couple times. But I thought it was interesting and I already have my thoughts on it.
I've seen them both.
Okay. You saw them, Lily?
I've seen them both, so I already have my thoughts.
Okay, you already have your thought because I'm like I'm perturbed. I'm all the way in, but I don't want to say what I think yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't talked about this yet, but yeah, I've already seen it.
Yeah. Now, how long ago was this, Lily? Would you guesstimate?
This was at least a week ago.
Okay, it's recent.
No more than 2, but it was at least a week ago.
Okay, long as it wasn't months back.
No,
I was like,
it's not a loop.
Okay, good.
It was a week ago. Yep. I had to, but
okay, so I guess it just plays when. All right. I'm like, I just clicked on it. Here we have Haran Zamarco. He on that trailer park time. Hi, honey. Did you see we got a super sticker? Did you see?
You got a super sticker?
Yes, right there on the screen. Were you asleep?
What's up?
Were you asleep?
I almost was when I just finished working, man.
Oh, okay. My grandbaby straight out of a nap. Got that crunched up forehead. Like, why am I here? Why am I here? Yeah, so this story is interesting. So I'm gonna play the video. You guys tell me what you think. Cause I was like, okay. I don't know if Lily knows where I'm going, but I think you know me well enough to know. What's up, E Black? Hey, what's up? I seen you over there with the block bought from Wish. I seen you, E Black.
The Wish block.
E Black got a new show. Look at how you bought the block from Wish.
Y'all leave that man alone, man.
Hey, we love E Black. What you talk about?
I'm about to say we love E Black over here. Come on.
Hey, what photo or contraption you about to show us, man?
Okay. E Black, no, mi casa, su casa. All right, so I'm gonna play this video. You guys tell me what you think. Bear with me, it's just a couple minutes, but it's good info. It's good info for you to make your assessment. All right. We're gonna be the jury. We're gonna be the judge and the jury tonight. Okay, that's how we're gonna do it. Play this shit was loud as hell.
Yo, E Black, your nemesis is homeless. Merry Christmas.
We are a mess. I love us.
What's wrong over there?
You know, Facebook is really a nightmare when they, like with all the money that they have, you would think that they would have their videos down packed. Like the link that you sent us, Jen, every time I would click it, it would go to whatever you was trying to send.
Are you
It's because
serious?
yeah, Facebook when it comes to their videos, it's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah.
Or like if someone watches a video on there and they tag me because they want me to see it, I won't even see their comment. I'm like, okay, what am I watching? Because it just go to the video.
It's hot garbage. E-Black, I'm always relaxed. The problem with y'all is that you think this is a state of what do you call it? A state of unrest. This is like me all the time. Like the one you're telling to relax is like me all the time. I'm relaxed, E.
Especially
I'm
2
super,
a.m. in the morning.
huh?
Especially 2 a.m. in the morning.
I'm super relaxed. Pero feliz Navidad to you too. I'm super relaxed. It's just I have a way with words. E, you know I got a way with words. I'm a writer. So I'm a Hemingway when I'm sending someone to hell. That's all.
I just realized I've come to accept on Sisterhood Sips I am the Gen translator.
I know that this is me all the time. Like I'm not even exaggerating, but it's like I'm Hemingway. I'm like when I send someone to hell, I'm making you feel the heat of the flames, your body as it implodes and then explodes. Like I'm that girl. I'm a creative writer. Okay. No, good luck with it, E, on some real shit. Hold on. Okay, share screen. Yeah, this story, I was like, it had me rolling my eyes all the way around. I think they got stuck in the back of my head at one point.
Yeah, really, me too.
We about to see it. All right, gentlemen, ladies, put your listening ears on. We are going to dissect this video. I have my point of view, but my point of view ain't the only point of view. You guys may be for the business owner. Especially if you're entrepreneurs, or you may be for Halle Bailey because you love you a Black mermaid. We'll see. It's all about the Black mermaids this year. All right, let's play this. Put your listening ears on because this one I cannot play again.
With a nail tech, DDG, who doesn't. Halle Bailey had to turn up in the nail salon last night after a misunderstanding with a nail tech. DDG, who doesn't play about his girl Halle, called the place out on Twitter. The lady that owns the nail salon to IG crying about her being scared for her business. DDG tweet, "This place is racist towards Black people. They kicked my girlfriend out while doing her nails. Please give them a 1 star. They don't deserve business." And then he tagged the place. Now, Halle spoke out and told her side. And the lady that owns the nail salon, she also spoke out and told her side. Y'all comment down below your thoughts. Let me know what y'all thinking.
So do you guys remember a few weeks ago when I had told you I had discovered this amazing nail place and how it's like a place where they do Russian manicures and it's amazing and la la la, and I'm gonna keep going back to that place? Well, listen to this. So Chloe just got back in town and she always has her nails done really nice all the time and never really needs them done, but she needed her toes done. So I told her about this place. I'm like, well, come with me today to the place I've been telling you about, the Russian manicure place. Like, it's good, it's good. So we were excited to go. I set the appointment for 3:10, right? I called the lady back and I made sure, I'm like, I'm going to get there early. My sister has something right before, so she might be a few minutes late. Is that okay? And she told me, of course, that's okay. 15, 20 minutes late is okay. Mind you, I'm thinking the appointment is at 3:10. So I get there early, like at 3. They start taking off my Gel X. Everything's going well. I'm getting excited. My sister's coming. I'm like, ooh, I can't wait for her to relax. Everything, have a good time too. So I get there and immediately, like, the lady starts saying, where's your sister? You need to check her in, da 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 da. And I'm like, oh, she's on her way. I told you, like, she was going to be a few minutes late. She's on her way, though. How long? Because we have back-to-backs. Mind you, no one is in this place. It's empty. There's like one girl getting her nails done and no one else is in there but me. I'm like, okay. She said she's like 9 minutes away And then she like starts giving me faces like 9 minutes isn't gonna work. So I'm slowly but surely starting to get a little bit irritated because I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I have been a consistent customer here for the past few weeks. I brought like them so many people. My glam team goes there now to get their nails done. Like, I have really brought them a lot of customers, and I just can't believe that they're acting this way over 9 minutes. So I start getting frustrated, right? And the Aries in me, I'm trying not to turn up like that. And I'm just like, you know what, Hallie, just breathe. Just breathe. Chloe will be here soon. It's going to be okay. She keeps going at me, talking about, well, then she finally goes, I'm sorry, but we're going to have to cancel her. She can't get hers done today. While I'm in the chair already. And then I start saying, excuse me, ma'am. Literally, like, I have been here. I told you that she was going to be late on the phone already before we set the appointment. And now you're telling me when my sister is 5 minutes away now that she's canceled while she's on her way? I'm like, that's not right. Like, and I've been a consistent customer. I've always been on time, everything else. Like, you can't just take the benefit of the doubt and be like, you know what? This girl has been good. Like, we can wait a few minutes, but you're going to have an attitude with me and try to. So I'm starting to get upset. And then me and the lady start going back and forth because after all, I've been a loyal customer and everything. And you're mad about 9 minutes and she keeps going at me. And so I don't know if you guys know, but if you go to these, like, it's a Russian manicure place. So their English is good, but they're like kind of really, how do I explain it? They're really direct. So sometimes some of the things that they say like comes off like it's being rude just because their tone of voice. But other times I would just, not really take it that seriously. But this girl, she was like, literally, she walked over to my chair and is arguing with me about this. So at this point, I'm really upset, and we're going back and forth. And then Chloe walks in, and she's like, I'm so sorry, but you're going to have to be canceled. And I said, you know what? In the middle of my toes being taken off, I'm like, you know what? It's okay. We will just take our business elsewhere. And I get up, my feet still wet, my hands still all powdery. And I'm like, it's okay. Like, no worries. Because I'm not going to let you tell me that my sister can't get her nails done, but I'm going to sit here and get my nails done. No. Like, no. So I got up and we both got up out of there. And I said, you know what? God bless you. Have a wonderful day. I didn't get attitude as Aries as I could have. Chloe said I was still really nice, but I just told her that is unacceptable and rude because I've been a loyal customer. So that really disappointed me. I got so upset I started crying. Chloe was laughing at me and was like, Allie, it's okay. But I got really upset because that's not how you treat people, especially people who bring you customers and are consistent with going there. So I'm never going there again. Am I wrong for thinking that they should at least gave me the benefit of the doubt, especially since I was already there and no one was in there? Am I tripping? Like, I know, like, you have to be on time for appointments and stuff, but if you have a loyal customer, like, that is just not the way. Being rude is not the way to go about it. To me. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping, though. But I don't think I was. Chloe told me I wasn't. So we just ended up going to another place that was close by. That was great. They were wonderful, and I love the way they did my nails. But, yeah, so I was pissed off. I was really upset. I just don't like when I experience stuff like that. Like, at least just be nice.
My name is Layla, and I am owner of the Perfect Nail Salon. Today we had an accident. We had a call, and client who was loyal, and she was a couple times already at our salon, and she was totally happy. That's why she was coming back, and she offered to so many of her friends to our place. And we know that people, like, it's not random people came. They came and they said from who they coming from. which is thank you so much. We're trying to be the best at the market. Anyways, she made appointment today at 3 p.m. for her and her sister. Later, she called me back and she said, like, unfortunately, they can't be on time, and she wanted to reschedule 30 minutes late, which I said, I'm sorry, we are fully booked today, and we can't take you if you're gonna be 30 minutes late. Then she said, okay. She came 15 minutes late, which is normal, and I said, yes, 10-15 minutes you can be late, but not more. Like, she came 15 minutes. We started doing her manicure because she had mani and pedicure same like services. Then we switched her to pedicure, and then I asked, where's your sister? Because it was already 20 minutes. And I said, like, unfortunately, it's already a long time, so we can't take her because we have next appointment in 40 minutes. And she said, no, she's already coming and she's parking. At the end of the day, she was late 35 minutes. And of course, like I said, like, I'm really sorry. Like, I know you're a loyal client. It's not your first time you come, but unfortunately, we can't take her because in 25 minutes we have next appointment. And of course, she said, like, your next client can wait. I said, like, it's really disrespectful to have a client who is coming on time and ask her to sit and wait her appointment, which is supposed to start at 00, just because previous client was late, and we take her. Even when you book online, there is a policy, it's 15 minutes. She was late 35 minutes. It's really disrespectful. We're not working like that. We respect all our clients, and we always ask to be people on time. She told me in advance that she's going to be late, but it was only 15 minutes, not 35. Now, the short story why I'm doing this video, because I'm pregnant. I'm 8 months pregnancy, and this is supposed to be my last week that I'm working because it's getting so hard, it's so stressful. And today, after this situation, when she basically, like, she almost argued with me that why I can accept her sister, and I explained, which is normal, but she didn't understand. And at the end, she said, okay, we are leaving. I said, I'm so sorry, but we can't. Like, we still can continue your service, but not for your sister. Which she said, no need, and she just left. Of course, like, in my experience, like, there is nothing, how to explain, like, there is nothing dramatic, there is nothing bad, like, we wasn't rude, it just refused the service to client who was late 35 minutes. And what's happened? Evening, I'm at home, just came from work, and randomly I started to see that on my Yelp page, every second I get 1-star reviews, and I get so bad reviews where people saying, like, burn in hell, we are racist, we are very bad, we kicked out someone, like, which is like, okay, I understand. But when I see that people texting me that, like, then I understood that it's all about this person. She posted on popular Instagram pages. She made a video on Snapchat where she was telling half of the stories wasn't true, but somebody for her posted on Instagram, where's the page almost 2 million. They posted like, go to this business page and write 1-star reviews, which is okay, but they texting me so bad. Now I get nonstop phone calls from like different states. Like, first I didn't know what's happening. I started pick up the phone and people were saying, burn on hell, yourself. I'm sorry for your business. Like, and I got non-stop these calls, non-stop reviews. Like they banned all my business pages. Now I'm really scared just to go back to work tomorrow in the morning because I'm pregnant and you don't know what's gonna happen. You know, what if I'm gonna go to my work and random people, because you never know. She's popular person and how many thousands people now texting me, calling me, what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm just scared. I'm just really scared. Like, just because you celebrity and you have million followers, you posting about it's okay if you post about the situation, but you posted our pages where it's all information about our business, about location, about our phone. And this is not just business phone, it's my personal phone. And like I can't sleep because phone calls coming non-stop, people texting bad reviews, they comment on all my Instagrams, they commenting very bad stuff. Like, I'm really scared. And just because you're famous, where's the how to say that? Like I'm really scared. I'm really scared about me and my baby. And it's not my first day at this business. And we never had complaints about that. Like, we never were racist. We never were so rude with clients. Like, this is our business. We can't be bad with our clients. But just because we couldn't accept the client who was late 35 minutes, who disrespect us and didn't want to understand us, that we can't take her because we have next client, they turn my life, my business into the hell. And it's just starting. Like, it's happened 4 hours ago since they posted on Instagram about our business, about my place. What's gonna happen tomorrow? Thank you so much, and I hope that all these people who now comment on my Instagram, who is trying to hate me, trying to say that I am racist, we are rude, we are bad, just please think a little bit that we are also human, and it's just nail salon. We are not political. We are not, I don't know, we are not group of people like who trying to be against of someone's, you know? We're just doing nails, and because of nails to get so much hate from people and just be scared tomorrow to go to work, it's not right.
Oof.
Okay, so I think that's enough. I think that's enough. So there you go. We get to be judge and jury tonight. We watched both sides. It was important for me to show you both sides, right? You need to see both sides of the story. Somewhere in between is the whole goddamn truth. But we've seen enough where we can assess and dissect and whatever. I have my thoughts on it. I do want to pass the mic early. Chat, let us know what you think. Don't forget to Cash App and Super Chat. And also, you could come up on the panel tonight if you so choose to argue this very, very interesting interaction. No Saint, you look like you ready to go. You got some?
Sure. Yeah. So listening to the Haley, listening to her. At first, I mean, the way she came in, it was real smooth. Oh, I guess she's a nice lady. It seems like but there's a few things in there that you start listening to that you realize, like, every time when someone's in a testimony or they're telling a story, they're always perfectly nice. There's no, hey, bitch. There's no this, that, it. Da-da-da-da. Even in court, you'll see them like, and then the judge will say,
I'm explaining it. Call that bitch down.
Yeah, but then even in court, you know, they'll say, I said that, and I said, oh, really? I didn't know that. Is that what you said? No, that's not what I said. You know, they always try to dress it up really nice. The other thing is, like, I believe that she might have been on the phone and said, listen, she's going to be, 15 minutes, that's great. She'll be there. And then it just drug on, right? And so the reason I would say that the the Russian lady who probably has a libel lawsuit that she can lobby. This is hurting her business. I think she has a case. Listening to her is more believable because it's true. If you have an appointment and it doesn't matter how many people, it's not a restaurant, okay? You have so many people doing nails, you have appointments. If you have an appointment and someone's going to interfere with that next person's appointment, you got to take the next appointment. Not only that, you're still losing money because you scheduled that spot of time to do something. So you're already out their money. Now you're going to piss off the next customer coming in and maybe lose that customer as well, or lose that customer. So it was really a bad situation. But yeah, the more I listened to Haley, the more it just sounded very, very polished, and yeah, it was pretty bad.
You want to go next?
I said no. You've seen this video prior. Do you want Haran to go first, or you want to go?
I want to go because I'm
okay. Because you saw the video before.
I'm taking this shit personal, and I'm gonna tell you why. Taking this personal because I've been here before. So okay. So it's a good thing to be on like both sides of this situation, right? I come from in front of the camera, behind the camera. I started my career as a makeup artist, ended up being a model, actor, now podcaster. All right, so I can look at both sides. Already, hands down, Haley. Okay, now this is the thing. Policies are made because of shit like this. This is how policies are made. When you see policies, this is how. I ended up having to put a policy in for this exact same reason. And I'm going to tell you what happened. Got booked. They called me to do because I send people out. I'm not the only one who does makeup. I send other people out as well. So I sent out a makeup artist. First of all, the person called, hi, I need to book a makeup artist for tomorrow. Okay. With, how many people? What's it for? Blah, blah, blah. 5 people, I'm getting married. Bitch, it's 10 p.m. When did you find out you was getting married tomorrow? Like, when did you know we was doing this wedding thing, right? Okay, boom. We scramble, we put it together, get her booked, set the time, all of this stuff. Do you know the bride shows up 30 minutes before her wedding, shows up. This is not including taking off your coat, finding somewhere to sit shit, saying your hellos and hugs. That's 15 minutes now. That my makeup artist, now we usually I tell them, carve out 45 minutes to an hour, okay? That's 15 minutes that my makeup artist has to do to do this woman's makeup that usually takes 45 minutes to an hour. And so I told my makeup artist from now on, that will never happen again, because what this particular nail tech did is what I ended up having to put into my policy. If you show up after this specific time, you will not give service. Because what happens is, if I have to rush my service and rush my art, rush my work, because when I put this work on your body, you're wearing my face, you're wearing my nails. Right? No one's going to look at your nails and be like, oh, she only had 15 minutes to do them, so I know she probably could have did a better job. Nobody's going to see that. They're just going to see like, oh, girl, okay, who did your nails? Okay. I know who not to go to, right? So it's situations like that. So I understand that's one thing. The no thing hit up. The other reason is because now you're pushing back for other loyal clients. Girl, you've been loyal for 3 weeks. How long these people been loyal, right? And then the nerve of Miss Thing, I looked around and they weren't busy. Bitch, what you know? How you know what was coming up next? You don't know nothing about this woman's business. You don't know she was going to go deliver that baby after she was done doing your nails. You don't know what she got going on.
Or who was working that day. How many
all
steps
of that.
There?
All of that. So I'm going to end with that.
What you think?
I noticed one thing from when Chloe was speaking. When she talked about going to the other salon to get her nails done. She never plugged them.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
She never plugged those folks. And another thing too is, honestly, fuck the business. You over there arguing with a pregnant woman. What if she goes into distress and loses the baby? You got a real problem on your hands then. Because now she could really sue.
Yeah, Harada.
Your situation up. Now you're going to be known as a baby killer.
Just to interject, Haran, what you're saying, I kind of thought it was sad that she has to be in with all those chemicals at 8 months pregnant, all them chemicals going in her face.
That's the whole point that I'm saying. It's just like you're creating this situation, and if she goes into distress, she loses the child. Yeah, she's well on in her right to sue you and take a lot of what you have. And again, I didn't see her actually plug them folks who did such a wonderful job. You know what I mean? And she said it in a very condescending and spiteful manner. And it's just indicative of what this culture is now. Motherfuckers are quick to destroy you, but when it's time to big you up, time to give you some flowers and so on, well, what's in it for me? Why should I give you that? Why should I look out for you? You know what I mean? Even when you're friends, you might know somebody in the business who got a little something, little power. Motherfucker don't ever want to throw you a motherfucking bone, so on and so forth. But let them try to come down to your spot, try to shake around their little power. Nothing, you know what I mean? That, you and our friends, blah, blah, blah. The moment you don't comply with that, now they want to tell everybody don't fuck with you. Now your place of business comes out of their fucking mouth. And I'm pretty sure Chloe did show up late. She was probably late doing some, I don't know, some IG of her, you know what I mean, cosplaying a broke ratchet broad, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? All that shit. Yeah, you know, she was probably real late doing that because, you know, the right filter wasn't filtering. So, you know, by the time she was done with that, she jumped in the car, jumped her big ass in the car, and showed up 35 fucking minutes late. So, but at the end of the day, none of this has to happen. If you shut the fuck up and move on with your life, man. None of this has to happen.
That's a great point. Back in the day when we had these mishaps, we'd keep it pushing, right, and just be like, I'm not going back there.
That's it.
Or leave a simple Yelp review. That's it.
But
like everybody else.
Jim, but to circle back to something we said a couple of shows ago, I was thinking this. Years ago, you had to put pencil to paper and write something down and send it in. Now you have Yelp. So it's really easy for anybody who's too lazy to actually put any thought into anything to go on and just type a few things out and try to tear somebody down.
Right. Ish, do you have anything to add yet? Can't hear you. Okay. So going back to what Miss Ruth said, and something POP said, Miss Ruth said celebrities forget some of their fans are dangerously fanatical these days. I don't think they forget. I think they're well aware. POP says Halle Bailey's boyfriend should have stayed out of it. The reason why I know they're well aware is because Halle Bailey's boyfriend literally took to Twitter and said, literally instructed the rabid fanatics who are sitting on their asses all day and have nothing to do but celebrity worship. Halle Bailey's boyfriend literally went on Twitter and announced, that people should leave 1-star reviews on this woman's page and that they're racist. That is what I call Black privilege. See, Black people, let me ring the fucking race bell because I'm about to go fucking.
Right? Man, you on it tonight.
Okay, no, I'm about to go fucking ham, and they can all kiss me. So let's get it out the motherfucking way. There is Black privilege, but Black people hide behind oppression. Okay, now don't misconstrue what I'm saying. Oppression is real. Systematic racism is real. There's such thing as redlining, and I can't get along because my last name is Garcia. All of that shit really exists. There are gated white communities that don't want me moving in there. All of that shit fucking exists. It's all very, very real. What's also very, very real is that Black people use oppression as a sword. Right? Not a shield, a fucking sword, right? This man took to Twitter and said, leave this woman 1-star Yelp reviews and they are racist. So they weren't racist the numerous times your Black mermaid went in there to get her nails done. They weren't racist when she recommended her dancers and her friends. They weren't racist then. And don't tell me that everybody she recommended was white. I have a feeling the majority are Black. They're so not racist that she said she wanted to have a good time with her sister at that salon. That's how unracist they were. Why would Halle Bailey pull her sister into a racist salon? But therein lies Black privilege. The Black privilege of, look, we're oppressed, so let's just call them racist. And the rabid fans, because they have nothing to do, and they'll do this for anybody. They'll do this for Beyonce. They'll do it for any celebrity because they dick ride celebrities all day. They have nothing else to do. They have no parents to look up to, no politicians to look up to. Celebrities, that's it. Okay? That's who's raising this generation, right? So he instructs them to do that. They go do that. And thank goodness that Yelp and all of that, now they're not allowing that shit anymore. They're not allowing those shenanigans anymore. However, this lady I would be so disappointed if she doesn't fucking sue, okay? The thong off Halle Bailey, okay? And the jockstrap off that fucking mongoloid that she runs around with, who's her boyfriend now, because he's another problematic fuck.
And she didn't condemn his action.
Okay,
She
correct.
didn't condemn his action.
Correct. They are well aware. These celebrities, Beyonce included, they are well aware. They are well aware how rabid these fanatics are. They're well aware. That's why they throw little subliminals here and there, and they do the dog whistles. Halle Bailey knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing with that live. Right? She could have very easily said, you know what? I'm not coming back here because I'm throwing a little fit because this one time my sister was late and you didn't want to take care of us. I'm throwing a fit, right? Instead of being understanding, damn, every time I come here, I get good service. So I get that you don't want to wait for my sister. And I really do believe that chick was later than 15 minutes. I guarantee she was. Like, I don't even, you know how people are like, well, you don't know unless you had hardcore evidence. I guarantee that chick was more than 15 minutes late. And time is money. Like POP said, right? Time is fucking money. So you can't I looked around, nobody was there. You don't know if that lady was the only one doing nails that day. She's pregnant. She's tired. She's still running her business. Maybe she just had one other girl doing nails that day. So they had to go by the book. So you poor little rich girl, you and your sister couldn't get a twofer at your favorite nail salon, at your because we didn't say it. You said it. You recommended your friends there. You said it. You said that was your favorite nail salon. And shout out to all the women that just have such a darndest time getting their nails done. How many times have we seen this story? The plight of not getting your nails done and being treated like royalty. The plight. I'll pass the mic on that. I hope fucking sue the fuck out that little girl and sue the fuck out of her boyfriend. I hope they sue the fuck out of them to teach these motherfuckers you can't just send mobs after people because you're having a bad day.
More should be done, honestly. And I'm seeing like with King with T.I.'s son. We just really need to make these kids understand that there's real consequences out here in this world. You can't just be out here willy-nilly doing that whatever the fuck you want to do, whenever the fuck you want to do it. And the only time you want to hear the word consequence is when somebody did something to you. That's the only time when the concept of a consequence or the concept of some form of retaliation or response comes into your, vernacular. That's not how it works, man. And again, the problem is that most of these kids weren't raised in a world where you touch grass. See, in the world where you touch grass, you understand that if you fuck around, someone can touch you. So there's a real consequence attached to that. The real consequence attached to that. And trust me, we done seen many of people get touched.
Ish, what say you?
Pardon all the in and out. I'm driving around, so pardon my connection. The Black privilege aspect, I think, when you start tossing the sword of, and I may be a little behind the conversation, toss the sword of racism is almost the same sword that's being tossed by anti-Semitism. It's an available tool to be utilized, so I get it. but it you know, when you do that, I think that's a behavior of a spoiled celebrity at the end of the day. So now she's just scrambling to you know, to get out there and just do that. You know, I want it my way because I'm a celebrity kind of energy, and I'm gonna use every tool possible. So you made an excellent point that they weren't racist beforehand. How did they all of a sudden become, you know, heads of the Nazi party? You know, so
But this is how the word racist is losing its sting because so many people have used it like, oh, you're
yes,
racist, oh, you're transphobic, oh, you're this, oh, you hate the short people. It's like, oh, like everybody wants to be marginalized now, and then they want to weaponize it, right?
yeah,
And so it's gotten to
exactly,
the point where people are just like, fuck all y'all. How about that? Fuck you all.
right.
Did you see Elon Musk? Elon Musk and who else was it when they were asking him about advertisers and anti-Semitism? He was like, "Fuck all of them. Don't put your ads on X. Then I don't give a fuck. Fuck all of them. Fuck you." And then the guy was like trying to stay like civil, but you need to run ads for companies to be successful and blah blah blah. He said, "FY."
Look, man. Look, man. Dare I
People are fed up. They're fed up.
dare I say it? Just a little bit of a red pill is necessary in this world right now. When we tell them,
Watch him now. Watch him now.
Love
motherfucker,
it.
fuck you if you don't want to do business here. There's just this constant catering to
Hey,
emotion.
can you mute until you speak? Can you mute? Thank you. Go ahead, Aaron.
There's this constant catering to emotions, constant PC, constant decorating, statements and so on, so that they soothe people's feelings and emotions. Look, if you don't want to eat here, you don't have to come. If you do not want to give me your money, you don't have to. I'm not asking you for it. I don't need to. There's billions of fucking people on this planet. There's a shitload of fucking businesses who, who would love to still do business with us. Fuck you. What's wrong with that? Now, let us be real with each other. He has fuck you money. So
He
fuck you
does.
can blow out your mouth a lot faster when you got fuck you money. That's why they call it fuck you money. You know what I mean? It's literally the purpose of having that kind of money.
But you know
But
what? Even on a smaller scale, you're absolutely right. He has fuck you money. Ooh, yes. But even on a small scale, small businesses are saying fuck you too.
Absolutely.
I
Well,
learned that somebody told me when I started YB Limited, they told me early on, this was before I just started making money. They told me to start saying fuck you before I even started making my money. They said the quicker you learn to say fuck you, if you know how to say fuck you while you're broke, you will have no problem as you climb up the ladder. And promise you, I started practicing it then. And I have turned away clients. I have told people, like when I was doing makeup, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. This is not a good fit. It's okay. I can recommend someone else for you. I have no problem turning it down because I will not be a slave to people because people use that customer is always right thing as a ploy. I'm not falling for that shit because I just know how people can be. But this is also why people are getting sick of celebrities. People are like, if you look under the comment section of celebrities recently, it's very interesting. Very
Mhm.
interesting.
A couple of my musician friends and artist friends have said this recently. We've allowed the audience to dictate our art. We've
Yes.
allowed the audience to dictate the direction of where we're going with our message. There was a time where it was never that. It was the time where it was, this is my message. This is what I do. If you fuck with it, fine. If not, motherfuckers are so addicted to the idea of clout, so afraid of being canceled, so afraid of no one showing up to the show, so afraid of being a failure. They're literally shaving off any kind of blemish, any kind of thing about them that makes them unique and special, and they put it in this box and they give it to the people in hopes that they will actually consume enough so they don't have to beg on the fucking street. To me, that's some coward shit. And an artist should not be a fucking coward. By definition, you are there to create work, to push people's ideas, to challenge the status quo, to literally say, fuck you. Artists are literally the fuck you version of motherfuckers with that kind of fucking money. They're just broke half the fucking time. But you have your art actually as a weapon that you can use to say fuck you to the world. And absolutely. I don't see that many people as artists doing that anymore, man. Everybody's just so fucking just attached to the algo, the idea of the algo. Like, fuck the fucking algo after a while. What do you think?
But the tables are turning. Issues and
I think it really is, though. I think everybody's getting sick of every fucking body. And I love when we arrived at those situations because it's like a marriage. You know, in the beginning, it's like the honeymoon thing, and you come back from the honeymoon, and it's the little things that get on your nerves. Like, hey, can you not do that? Like, oh yeah, sure, I won't do that. And then you kind of walk on eggshells, and you're trying to get back to the happiness, and then it goes over and over and over, and then one day somebody just says, you know what? I fucking hate your guts. You turn over and no, it happens. This happens.
I know it happens. That's why I'm laughing. I know it happens.
Because people after a while, they get tired of playing that role. And all it takes is that one day was like, I don't want to play this role anymore. I don't like you. I don't like you, man. Get out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Probably wouldn't have liked them if you wasn't living with them, but I digress. Did you want to say something? Okay, Ish don't hear us. So another thing I wanted to and I don't like that girl now. I didn't like her sister, but now I don't like her. And I used to like her. I used to like Halle Bailey very much. I thought she was like the good twin, right? Of the twins. I think she's passive aggressive. I think she's full of shit. She used the black buzzwords, God, and what I was trying to be, you know what I mean? But the God in me, and I told her, God be with you, and blah blah. And then her and her boyfriend go and trash this woman, even though she was all up her ass, and recommended everyone she knew to her salon. That to me is some snake shit. That's some snake shit to me. I hope
thinks that.
Whatever 1 million, whatever couple millions Disney gave her for I hope they fucking sue the fuck out of her so people could learn. Don't do that shit. That woman working her ass off, pregnant at all. And I'm sorry, I respect the person that's busting their ass more than the privileged motherfucker. And you're gonna go and destroy this whole woman's world because your fucking bitch of a sister was probably twerking on Instagram and not getting to her appointment on time. I hope she gets sued.
You're dealing with the situation. Let me just say one thing right here. You're probably not the only person who thinks that. And this is another point here. Little girl, you're dealing with Disney money, okay? You got Bob Iger's phone number in your phone. You can't be out here fucking around and creating this perception that you're some kind of fucking problem. Shut the fuck up, be silent, smile when you need to smile, and go get your paper. You know what I mean? Because guess what? If things go awry for you, what are you gonna do? You're gonna end up on Tubi? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like you gotta really be careful out here when you're dealing with those kinds of situations, man.
And isn't she pregnant herself? Isn't she pregnant?
I don't know, man. These little girls, man, she pregnant too? Like, ugh.
Allegedly.
But
yeah, I know. And allegedly. I'm not saying allegedly. And the other thing that the reason why people are sick of celebrities is because they're tone deaf. And this is a perfect example, right? We are right now in a silent depression. Okay, we are in a depression. People are just not talking about it, but people are feeling it, and especially businesses and especially brick and mortars. Big brick and mortars are really having a hard time staying open, right? So here it is, business owners, 9-to-5ers, people that's in entertainment are all trying to figure out how to get, inflation, all of this stuff. And you got a spoiled Disney princess upset about her nails. And they
Wow.
wonder why people are turning on them because their complaints are not mirroring our real lives of the collective. And so now that's why their fans are starting to turn on them because they're just like, bitch, I can't relate to these problems you're having.
Yeah.
Okay. All
And the
right. I
reason
got
why that they trash that business like that is because her fans are very young. Her fans are young, and the old ones is like they have nothing better to do. But for her to know that her boyfriend did that on X and did nothing about it, you're a bitch too. You just, and it's something I said before, right? When I debate certain people like back in the day on Facebook and stuff, like, bitch, just because you speak in a lower tone than me does not mean that you're not a passive aggressive bitch. It does not mean that you're not a snake. It just means that I have, more bass in my voice than you do, but you're also a passive aggressive bitch. And that was some real passive aggressive, spoiled bitch privileged shit. And then they want to throw race in it for the icing on the cake. Don't forget the race. Don't forget that we're black, because that'll really get them. Throw in the racism thing. So for this little fuck to get on X, like I really get annoyed by shit like this. For this little fuck to get on X and say this business is racist, give them 1 star. That's not how it works, ho. That's why Yelp doesn't allow that anymore. That's why Yelp does not allow that anymore. That's why this woman is probably going to get more business now than you thought you were going to take away from her. Because I guarantee that Halle Bailey wasn't keeping her business afloat. She didn't even know who the fuck she was. Obviously. And if somebody told her, oh, I'm sure she does other celebrity clients. So I'm sure somebody told her, oh, this is the Black Little Mermaid. What, the mermaid? The black one, when the people were mad. Oh, I don't see that. Anyway, I have it 3:00. I'll talk to you later, Elma. I guarantee she does other celebrity clients, and that's not her only one. No, Sam, I'm being dead serious.
seriously, yeah, that's what I was getting to. I get like, cause yeah, I get that she's that type of person that these are just clients, like these are just my clients. That's it. And
And let me tell you something, Lily. If vodka was like, listen, if she was like, no, you come here early, you don't come at all, that means her business is booming, and I ain't bumping nobody for you. Who knows if the next client was the biggest tipper she got? She ain't bumping nobody for you.
Every in the hood, every girlfriend that I had, every spot she went to, if it was black owned, motherfuckers was always late if they showed up at all to do their fucking nails. Every girlfriend I've been with, nobody was ever on time. And
Hair
I
too.
can say the same. I can say the same for the barbershops too. You know what I'm
Hair
saying?
too.
No, it's just real shit. Like there's a lot of times when I had to like, and for men, we don't like changing barbers, man. I don't know if it's the same thing for women, but we don't like changing barbers. We like a guy who does it right, and if he's not there, we'll literally come back. You know what I mean? But after a while, if the motherfucker don't show up, you got to go choose somebody. You know what I'm saying? And then when you see the nigga, he start looking at you funny, and then you like, you looking at me funny, nigga. You don't show up for work. I gotta go get my shit done, nigga. You know what I mean? I gotta go to work.
Right. And if we're going to play the race card, if we're gonna play the race, oh honey, there's so many black-owned nail salons. What happened? Why are you at the Russian one? If you're worried about people being racist, if you and your boyfriend are worried about being, the Russians being racist, go find you a black owned nail salon.
Because I'm gonna just
Right,
say
and
it. I'm just
that's
say
why I
it.
call bullshit.
I'm gonna just say it because nobody else is gonna say it. Motherfuckers go to motherfucking non-black organizations and non-black stores to get things done because in the back of their minds they know they're going to get quality. I'm gonna just say it.
Jesus.
I'm gonna just say it. In the
That
back
was
of their minds, they like, I need to get shit done the way it needs to get done. I'm gonna go to Soon Yi. I'm going to
that may be even a little too racist for the block, Haran. We may have to.
I'm gonna just call it what it is. See, there's a lot of subconscious shit that we don't talk about. You know what I mean? But I was just like, fucking, let's just stop beating around the bush and call it what it is.
Yeah.
Haran. Thank you so much for this super chat, the generous super chat, Miss Ruth, always on point and supporting the block. Miss Ruth says, panel is on point tonight. I reserve the right to super chat.
I love it. Use your right. But you
Use
know
your
what, Haran? That's up for debate. But what's not up for debate is our dollar does not stay in our community before a few seconds anyway.
Or does it?
So that may or may not be the reason, but we do run our dollar up out of our community the first few
Absolutely.
seconds we get.
And there's a
So,
lot of layers attached to it. You
there's
know,
a
I'm
lot of layers.
being somewhat facetious, I'm being somewhat general, but there's a lot of layers attached to it. But I remember somebody else came out and I asked this person the question and they were dumbfounded because you know, people love to harp on the old idea like we need to bring Black Wall Street back and blah 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 blah. And I ask them motherfucker, well, why don't you motherfuckers buy black first before you start worrying about Black Wall Street?
They're wearing Gucci talking about Black Wall Street.
That's true. That's a great point. Like,
when's
you
the
know
last time
what?
you wore a black product? When's the last time you supported a black councilman? When's the last time you wore
No,
black?
that's a
Like-
fucking great fucking point. Wait a minute.
I've
Wait,
been asked.
wait, I just had an epiphany. Black Wall Street already exists.
Right.
There are hundreds of black-owned businesses. Black Wall Street is here and now. It already exists.
Literally is Atlanta, if you really want to be technical.
Just not going there. Y'all just not going there. Y'all going to the Russian lady. I
Right.
don't think what mermaid. The
Because
black one, Helga. Oh, the black one, the one people talk. Oh, I don't know. I didn't see. I watched the White Mermaid.
like, this is the other thing too. I would argue that black people go to white establishments, especially for like things like this, is because like the white man's ice is colder, so it represents opulence. It represents status, right? Like our people, you know, we don't represent status, right? But we have to go to everyone else to show our status. Like, oh, I get my nails done here, and I get this done there, and I get that done there. It has a better ring to it when you say I get my, you know, nails done at Zizajou, not at Keisha Salon down on Crenshaw. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds a little bit better when you tell your friends.
Absolutely, you're absolutely correct.
Not the Zizajou.
I will also say that when it comes to black people, if I'm going to do business with them, or if I'm going to be in commune with them, or in a room with a bunch of them, I'm cool with being in a room with black people such as myself, or the Obamas, the Michelle Obamas of the world, the Oprahs, and so on and so forth. If they're not around, I'm not. If that's not the sect and kind of black people in the vicinity, nah, I'm not hanging with niggas. Because when you hang with niggas, anything can happen. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you hang around niggas, and that's the God honest truth.
Yeah. Well, a couple of things. When she expected, because first of all, she is a star. Secondly, because she recommended a lot of people to go there, that she was going to get some kind of privilege over other people. Now, that might work in most businesses, but in a business that is predicated on having appointments and there is a line and it's very strict, and like Jen said, you don't know how many people were even working there. It's not, that privilege isn't going to work. It might have worked at a restaurant, like, oh, that's so and so. Oh, she sends people to get her to, or like get her in the box suite. You know what I mean? Get her where she can be seen. But at a nail salon, she's not going to get that kind of privilege. Also, to what Lily is saying, to what Jen, I think you said, I think everybody was saying, is yeah, it's really, this generation has ruined the credible excuse, or the credible thing about, oh, they're, you know, these people are racist, because now you have people who are in court right now that are saying, oh, the district attorney in New York is a racist because they brought charges. She's a racist, and it's a white person saying it. You know, now white people are trying to use it. Oh, and you know, it's kind of, but it's gotten cheapened. It really has been cheapened. And when you just, that's kind of the problem with the generation. It's kind of the problem with the internet, is you're allowed to just splat stuff up, but you're not allowed. You're allowed to do it in this country. You're not allowed to ruin someone's business and lie, and without having some kind of repercussion. And I really think someone needs to get with Olga and make sure that they let her know that she can sue. And hopefully there's a lawyer out there who will take her case on, because I think she has a really good case. Because now you're talking about someone who's gone through who knows how long she's been here and has a successful business, which isn't easy to do. And this one incident now, she's been splattered and her reputation's been drugged through the mud on the internet, which lives forever. So yeah, it's awful.
Sue, get them fins off that mermaid ASAP. Abby said she would not be on X if it was a Black owner, and telling her fanatics to act a fool and try to ruin this woman. What do you think about if this owner was Black? I think they're more than likely inclined not to make this big stink if the other person is Black. However, we have seen that happen. Lily.
Okay, so I will say, because she's a celebrity, no. Because she does know what she was doing. And she knows she knew that Black thing could backfire. But people who are not celebrities, Black people, will report on a Black business quick. Way quicker than a white business if they mess up. They're not going to just report. They're going to go on social media and all the good stuff. So yeah, I think it's the other way around. I mean, for her, yes. I don't see her doing it for a Black business, but if she wasn't a celebrity,
I agree. I mean, especially in her situation. When I mean her situation, I mean her and Chloe. They need Black people, particularly Black women. Mm-hmm. They need them on their side, and even if they were in the 100% right, it would hurt their fucking brand if they ruined the business of a Black woman, especially if she was real ratchet. The more ratchet, the more fucked up it's gonna be. I mean, if it was a Talkeisha and they was taking money out of her goddamn mouth, they would feel fire and brimstone from Black X or Twitter. I still call it Twitter. I'm not calling that shit X. I've been on that shit for 10 years. You know what I mean? Yo, seriously, I have seniority. Anyway, you know what I mean? So yeah, I absolutely agree.
So, but also think, going back to what you said, Lily, it's true, because I always mention attorney Kevin Gelly, the owner of Kitchen and Cocktails, and a slew of other businesses. Now he blew up. That man blew up. I'm a fan of that dude. He's about the business. Okay. What happened to him in his restaurant? Black owned restaurant, very, very, very bougie, grown and sexy restaurant. These chicks went in there, the fat asses wanted to twerk on his furniture. He threw them out. They tried to boycott him. They went online and people were following suit. They wanted to boycott the restaurant. And he came out and said, don't come here, because I want an establishment where our people can come in and feel good and look good and dress up and have a nice place to have dinner. I don't want your fat asses twerking on the booth next to them. I don't want it. But they were trying to cancel him.
Yeah, because it's like the whole ratchet, like Abby was saying, the whole ratchet culture. I've seen that, like, whenever a Black business owner wants to establish boundaries and standards, because it seems like we just want to get rid of all standards. The moment you introduce standards into the conversation, you're a bad person. But I applaud him and any Black business owner that is brave enough to stand on their standards and say, no, I would rather this be a safe space for Black people to like me as opposed to niggas.
Can I ask you? I just want to ask a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure this happens. Maybe I've missed these videos, so on. Please point in the direction of them. How many times have Black people, Black women particularly, and I'm sure they've experienced some bad service or some racism at some high-end stores like Gucci or Fendi or Prada or any one of those environments? How many times have they've actually weaponized tried to weaponize the situation, literally cause a stink, like literally try to point the finger at this white establishment being racist, being problematic, so on and so forth. Have I missed these videos?
The only time, the closest thing that comes to it, and it was a joke to me, when Prada and Gucci put the blatant blackface stuff out a few years ago. And then the black rappers came out and said, hey, this is awful, horrible, horrible, horrible people. They're playing in our face. We must boycott them for 90 days. For 90 days. I was like, is that a thing, or they just make that up? Like, because I had to really like think like, is there a 90-day boycott? Like, yeah.
Well, that was longer than football.
Okay.
It was longer than when we decided to boycott the NFL. That was much longer than that. So.
What about H&M? Didn't they have a little controversy or something like that?
Yeah, with the black, the monkey over here.
Oh yeah, the monkey over here. Right. That was. Oh my God, I woke up with that one. Oh, I was like, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? Everybody was just losing their shit over it. God damn, man. The things we actually are passionate about and the things that we should be passionate about, it just really boggles my mind. And it just shows you that we do really need to heal before we even can get go in the direction of being the community that we think we want to be. There's just too much trauma, man. And it's like Pavlov's fucking dog. It's just like, nigger. You know what I mean? Like it's just immediately we just go into mode. We go into a reactive mode. And that's just a dangerous place to be, man. Dangerous place to be.
But that's where here's the thing. These bullies, remember back in the day when we were stop bullying, it was like 1 or 2 bullies online. Now everybody's a bully, right? And I said this is pseudo power. Like they could play that shit with the mobs. I'm talking about the Beehive, the mob, the mob of this goon that Halle Bailey's with, who by the way has run her ragged, who's cheated on her and all of that shit. So she's, you know, and when I look at these women, they did this with Whitney and Bobby Brown, okay? I made a post about this on Facebook. We look at these women and be like, oh my God, she could do better. Why is Halle with, oh my God, she's so sweet. You really underestimating these soft-spoken ratchet bitches. Like you really underestimating them. How many decades did they blame Whitney Houston's condition on Bobby Brown? Bobby Brown was like, I was just an alcoholic. She was doing that other shit. Right? She brought me into that. A lot of these women are talented and they're just soft-spoken, but they just as fucking ratchet as the next bitch twerking in Kitchen and Cocktails restaurant. Okay? Because if she can do better, if Halle Bailey can do better, she would. Okay? If Nicki Minaj could do better, if she wanted to do better, she would. But Nicki Minaj went all around the world, a global platinum selling artist. She went right back to New York, the Queens, and got herself a sex offender to marry and make the father of her child. Halle Bailey all around the world, the first black mermaid, the first Disney, oh my God, look at you. Beautiful girl, young, around all kinds of businessmen in and out of the entertainment industry. You get you a fucking little punk who ran you ragged all over the place and probably now knocked up by him. So when people are saying, no, she could do better, she's so sweet. No, she's just as ratchet as him. That's why she's attracted to him.
Birds of a feather flock together.
That girl in your mind, you think that, oh, she's supposed to be with a young Damson Idris. No, she wants to be with a young little Turk. That spins her.
Y'all Google that. Y'all Google that because I ain't gonna know what he's talking about.
She want to be with Future, right? She want to be with baby mama. Sorry, the 9th. Is it 9th? He has 9 now.
I can't keep up.
9.
I won't. I can't keep up with people's children and STDs at this point. I can't.
That's Crazy Legs Rock Steady crew, Puerto Rican icon in the building. Happy 50th anniversary, sir, to you and all the hip hop greats. Good to see you here always. Yeah, so I'm like, cut the cap. Stop the cap. Cut the cap. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, Abby is right. Jim Jones. He was bitching and complaining about y'all remember like eons ago, Jim Jones was bitching and complaining about getting
at the Gucci store?
Right at the Gucci
I remember.
store.
I remember.
Beg. Yes, he did beg to still do business in that spot. You disgusting. Just no fucking backbone when it
Yeah.
comes to white energy. You motherfuckers just cow down. It's
Do you
disgusting.
remember that, Lily?
I don't.
He
I'm
was
just.
I remember.
he was in a
livid.
Gucci store and he was mad because what was
Hurt.
it? They let him see the backpack or some shit.
Yeah, he was hurt.
Oh, he wanted to buy a backpack, and I think they were telling him that was the display or something, or they couldn't sell that particular backpack, and then he made a big stink about it, and Gucci was racist.
But Jim Jones ain't look like he babes since we met him. He's had the same new growth since we've met him, but he's worried about spending money on some Gucci stuff. Like stuff like that is what I'm not understanding. You look like a bum in Gucci.
These new racists must be real. They real different from the ones we grew up with, man.
Yeah.
The racists we grew up with, they wanted to kill us.
Right. We can't buy Gucci.
They didn't let us. Yeah, they didn't let us not buy Gucci or ask us to leave the store.
And again, and again,
At a certain amount of a certain time in the day, it's like, nigga, what you doing around here? Like,
Sundown town.
it was really.
now, something else she said. Let's go a little further because we're gonna get out of here soon. But let's go a little further. She was saying, she wasn't rude. She's just, she's Russian, and when they say things, it sounds as if. Now, what if someone said, "Well, you're an angry black woman," because it's known when black women speak, y'all sound angry. What if somebody said that to her? What if somebody said that to her? So she can say that the way Russians speak, that it sounds like talking with an attitude.
Look. There is, I don't know about Russians, but there is something to be said. Like Germans have, I know that. I know their culture, so I don't take it as rude. But some people might, and I'll even say people in Michigan unless I got to know them as my neighbors, you would think they're the rudest people around because I'm used to people smiling in the grocery store and saying hi. I would say hi and I would just walk right past them. All right. They seem rude, but it's just culture, right? So I'm not sure that may be okay. I don't know about Russians as much, but I know, like I said, if it were a German woman, they do seem rude. They really do. They're just very cold.
But a lot of cultures are like that. Puerto Ricans talk too fucking loud, and it sounds like we're arguing always, and we're not. We're like, Pastor Saul, and it's like, and this is family. This is Thanksgiving.
That is my family. You would think they fighting and they having a good old time.
Right. Asians look rude. Russians look rude or whatever. But for her to say that, it's like, okay, her manner of speech, this Russian woman's manner of speaking didn't bother you when you kept getting your nails done, then you kept recommending your friends. And now your family. They're so good to you in there that you say, I'm bringing my sister here so we can have a good time.
Yeah, when someone says someone sounds, it's always for me like, I don't know, because it could be a cultural difference. Like, what I mean? Like, let's be real with each other. He's different now because he's practiced more. But back in the early days, Arnold looked like he literally was about to behead somebody in about 5 minutes. Every time he get through the chopper, like that fucking thick fucking German accent, it just sounded like there was about to be a problem in about 5 minutes. But, what I mean? It was just cultural. That was just culture. New Yorkers, people think that when New Yorkers, like, a lot of times people think, like, I tell people, New Yorkers, when we even are talking to each other and we get in an argument, or maybe not even an argument, we'll yell at each other. We'll yell, very much yell and get, demonstrative, everything. You know what I mean? You'll know it. There's a real problem. People think that there's an argument. People think that something's about to happen. And I tell people, like, no, nothing's going to happen. But you'll know when something happens when someone gets quiet. When someone gets quiet during that argument, that's the indication that, okay, a line has been crossed. Something might happen right now. It's cultural. That's a cultural situation. So, again, yes, you have to be careful when you say that, well, she's Russian. Like, you don't know. Like, look, listen. I didn't know she was pregnant. If you Russian women like that, once they pass a certain age, they look big bodied like that. You know what I mean? I didn't know she was fucking pregnant. You know what I mean? when they're younger, they're svelte and shit like that, but they turn the corner and they gain like 80 pounds, number return. Like, I didn't know she was pregnant unless somebody said something.
I thought she was chubby, but she was sitting down. Maybe if she was standing, she'd look pregnant to us. But
Right.
sitting down, she just looked chubby. Like, I was
Right.
like, okay.
She looked like one of those dolls inside of a doll inside of a doll.
I know she's
inside
not
of a doll.
What are you talking about? Yeah, I just thought that was some snake bullshit, and I loathe me that motherfucker that is causing chaos. But they're talking like this,
Right.
so it couldn't possibly be me. Like, yo, those are motherfuckers you want to put in a fucking headlock until they pass out.
And guess what,
Because
though?
you know what you're doing.
And those are the motherfuckers that'll get you set up.
Yep. Line you up.
Motherfuckers that'll get you locked up. That's why you gotta be careful of those. Like, oh no, not me, no.
Soon as I turned the video on and saw all of that, I said, "Oh, this is what we're going to do. We starting off with this. This is what we're going to do." Like the moment I turned it on, I said, "Oh, this is how we're going to start the video. Oh, this is going to be good." And it was, because I was like, I'm seeing all the little gaslighting. And I was like, this is really trying it.
I was like, okay, so you just the quiet, because I thought she was the good twin. No,
Me
you
too.
just that other one. You just like that other one that's so humping her chair.
Yeah.
She's the smarter twin. I'll say that. I after interacting with the girls when they were younger and watching them, she's the smarter one because she knows how to hide things. So that's why when she was saying that shit, I was like,
You mean the sneaky twin?
yes, the sneaky one. So when she was saying shit, I was like, yeah, okay. Because I've seen you in action and I've seen your sister in action. So it's like, for me, it's like, whatever. But you like it, I love it. You know what I mean? I was happy she got a little Disney money. You know what I mean? But Hallie's a little, you gotta watch her.
Apparently. Did I say I really hope that lady's getting a lot of calls? I'm about to call and be like, you need to sue, right? I saw the video. Like, you really should sue. So that's what I'm calling for. Enjoy your day. Good luck on your childbirth. Goodbye.
Well,
Like,
I'm gonna call her first. I'm gonna call her first, and then I'm gonna call ChatGPT to help me put this case together. Because me and her gonna ride down to the courthouse tomorrow morning when we get up. So I'm gonna give her a call.
She should. It is cold. It is cold to incite a fucking riot. That motherfucker basically yelled fire in a theater. Hey, give her 1 star. Give her 1 star reviews, and she's a racist. You can't just fucking do that and be a public because I think he wants to be a rapper or some shit. Get his money and get that mermaid money. That's what I would advise her. Get his money and get that fucking mermaid money. So they could learn. Like, you can't ruin people because you had 1 bad hour at a fucking salon because your sister was fucking late. You cannot ruin someone's fucking livelihood because your sister was late. How is that not common sense? You cannot ruin someone's life because your sister was late and she didn't want to be seen. Like, people reserve the right to service you or not. They're not at your mercy because Disney signed you to a 1-picture deal. They're not at your mercy. They don't have to jump when you say jump.
Did one of you all bring this to my attention, or somebody else, about the influencer that is an influencer that, whenever she travels and she goes places with her boyfriend, she hits up places in the area like, hey, I'm Ashley. Their name's not Ashley, I don't think. But, hey, I'm Ashley. I'm coming to Istanbul. You guys want to put me up? I got 1 million, 2 million followers. Well, this business owner in Ireland wrote her a nice letter back. I'm gonna have to bring it tomorrow. It was a really good letter, basically sitting on like, bitch, pay like everybody else.
Oh. You know why? Because that's big business. It's big business now. All them chicks that you see, when you see like the Erica Mendez and whatever in Dubai, the motherfuckers are not paying for that. It's a whole package deal. I spoke to a casting agent that's very popular. He was like, you see all them bitches on Instagram in Dubai, and then he was giving me like the countries that were starting to do it along with Dubai. They're starting to fly these fat ass bitches out, put them up in hotels, put them up, the ones that aren't getting shitted on, in the Emirates. They put them up in the hotels and whatever, and they want them to post. So them chicks aren't buying those fucking trips. So I guess the other ones caught wind and was like, hey, I have 1 million followers. Can you put me up on whatever? You know, and that's how they're getting these trips. And
Yeah.
the thing, director, he said that they went to him. They asked him, does he have girls? And he was like, I don't want to get involved in that because I don't know what them girls are doing when they out there. You ain't gonna get me for sex trafficking.
That's right. You better stay away from it because they could be using
He was
you
like,
as the
I don't
cover,
know what to do with it.
and you're being a conspiracy charge, and because you're the cover, you're just like, huh? What FBI? What are we doing? Huh? What are we doing?
I'm just
Huh?
casting commercials. No, you're not. You have to remain silent. Yeah, he said he don't want no parts because he don't know what them girls are doing once they get out there. So he was like, I ain't casting that shit. I cast films. And I was like, I feel you. Smart. Stay out of there. Smart. All right, guys, that was our show for the night. Thank you. I blew off some steam because I was mad, man. I was like, the fuck? Like, don't do that. Don't bully people. I hope she sues. I'm gonna keep track of that story. Thank you so much, Miss Ruth, again for the super chat. Thank you, chat, for holding us down tonight. We'd like to see you guys up here, so feel free to come up on the next show. Panel, do you have anything else to say? Wait. We got over 1 million spins. Finally, our very first reel that got over 1 million spins. Yesterday's price is not today's price. I keep trying to tell you that. Okay, going into 2024. All right.
Actually, we're like at 2 million total. Like,
oh yeah, the total. Sorry, Lily. Thank you for correcting me. That is true. Across all platforms, it's about 2 million plus with all the reels that are getting spins and spins. Yes, The Little Mermaid needs a publicist ASAP. Stat pronto. That was really, really fucking corny. Looking all pronto. And I like that movie. I went to support her little ass too.
I just watched it last week with my niece, with my 4-year-old niece, and I enjoyed it. We had a good old bonding time.
That was dirty. That was some dirty shit. Like it honestly, it would have been enough, and not that it would have mattered to that lady because that lady is obviously popular, but it would have been enough for her to say, and I don't even think it was warranted because they couldn't see her fucking sister that one time. But if you wanted to be a little fish bitch, all you should have did was take your business out of there and then tell your friends, I'm not going there anymore. But to run that woman ragged on social media and have your boyfriend jump in it, and no, that's fucked up. And I can imagine the calls that she's getting because these motherfuckers have nothing to do. They have no hobbies. It's not like when we were kids. We had shit to do outside of these four walls. They're home. So it's like, oh, I get the call and harass somebody from my celebrity friend, even though this bitch wouldn't piss on you if you was on fire. You feel like you're in cahoots with a celebrity.
That's it. No, that's it. It's the feeling that you're actually connected to that celebrity. It's a psychological feeling. So that, oh, I just did it for her, so somehow I'm connected now because mob kind of mentality too. At the same time. Yep.
All right, guys. So we are out of here. Love you all. Good night. Hit that like and subscribe on your way out the door for mama. What happened? Don't say.
Said, oh, good night. I didn't have my mic on. I said, good night.
Good night. And if you like the show, Cash App on the Blizzard with Jan. All right, guys. Good night.